Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. Happy almost New Year. Happy, let's get into 2024. Happy first, let's get through Christmas or whatever holiday that we celebrate. And happy Vanderpump Rules tea spilling time. There's a lot. Lots to discuss, lots to talk about. So before we jump in, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
No one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. 'Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So before we jump into this, I'm going to let you guys know, everyone's always asking me about my skincare. We're almost to Christmas, and some people order their gifts late, and that's okay. I'm just going to share my secret with you, and I know I've shared it with you on other videos, but her name is Blooming, and she is the absolute best. It's this little device that you just click the button to turn her on, and she uses little microcurrents while gently giving you a face massage to lift, illuminate, rejuvenate, and take out all of the inflammation while making you look like $1 million. Best part is normally she's $150. However, with my code that I'm going to pin in the description and the comment section, you get $70 off. Boom! And if you don't love her, they refund you. Now with that, let's talk about the Ariana Madix of it all, please. So listen to this, and thank you to Reality Blurb. Ariana Madix opened up about a moment in which she seemingly caught Tom Sandoval cheating on her with Rachel in their home in an excerpt from her new cocktail book, Single AF Cocktails, Drinks for Bad Bitches. Now, when she did, she looked back on the telling encounter in her smoke and mirrors recipe. Now, she recalled running into Sandoval outside of their guest room where Raquel, who he was later caught having a months-long affair with, was spending the night. She said, "It is honestly really disgusting. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's really disgusting behavior." Now, although much of Sandoval and Raquel's romance was exposed on Vanderpump Rules Season 10, Ariana said there's still a lot that fans don't know. The majority of my life is off camera. So that's, I think, something that people will never see. We're talking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30, 31 days out of the month of, day in, day out, moment to moment, lies, deception, and gaslighting and horrible treatment. There's plenty of people who don't know me or know my life who have declared it over or have declared it as old news, but it's mine and I'm living it. And so, sorry to those people who want to avoid it and couldn't, but I certainly am still unable to avoid it because it is my life. Now, in Ariana's Smoke and Mirrors recipe, she tells readers that one of the most difficult things about infidelity is learning about the multiple points of deception that took place. The countless times smoke and mirrors were put in front of you. She then details what went down between Sandoval and Raquel on one of the many nights that Raquel slept over. She said, "One night, we hosted a party at our house with a bunch of friends. It was late, everyone was drinking, so she stayed in the guest bedroom to avoid having to drive home. In the middle of the night, I woke up and I couldn't find him anywhere, so I went downstairs and I checked almost every single room. And as I was walking down the hallway, I saw him leave the guest bedroom." Oh, that's awkward. While Ariana confronted Sandoval in the moment, he didn't admit to wrongdoing. He said he heard her walking around and just wanted to check and see if she needed water or anything. And a part of me instinctively knew that that wasn't the truth, but I told him I believed him anyways. And we all know what came next. Now, moving on to the firecracker ensemble that she wore to the Vanderpump Rules reunion earlier this year, Ariana said in her revenge dress recipe, which includes a fiery red Negroni, that she wanted to make a bold statement. "It wasn't planned. I just wanted to have something that I felt good in, that I felt strong in." The word revenge has never come out of my mouth. It is something that was said by Andy Cohen in the moment and was a really nice thing to say. And yeah, it was a moment that it helped me feel like I had some sort of armor. But in the book itself, Ariana shared the thought process that she went through in the weeks leading up to the taping. She said, "Before the taping of the Vanderpump Rules reunion show, I got together with my amazing stylist, Emily Men, trying to figure out what to wear for the episode. For most reunion shows, I would wear something simple like a little black dress, but I knew this time around my outfit needed to make a bold statement. But when she pulled out an amazing red top and skirt combo, we were both immediately like obsessed with it. And during the taping, Andy Cohen mentioned how it reminded him of Princess Diana's iconic revenge dress after Prince Charles confessed his infidelity on national television. Turns out the best way to get revenge on an ex is to simply remind them of how you're a total fucking firecracker with or without them. But wait. Speaking of douchebags, because that's exactly what we're dealing with, I wanted to play for you guys a few clips. Take a look, and then we'll talk.
Just barely. This last year seems like it was so long. There's a lot of things we can't even talk about that happened that night.
I gotta say, doing this has been instrumental.
Okay. So Sandoval, CC Loves You posted this saying, you know, homie is thrilled and not blaming the edit because the part where he says it was effed up might not be about everything that happened during Sandoval, but we know Sandoval is gonna Sandoval, and he got a lot of attention this year, probably more than the show ever got him. So I know it tickled him in the ways that we'll never fully understand. Now, Sandoval is totally turned on by this. He loves the fame. He loves the attention. And I know this because I worked with him at Sir. I worked with him at TomTom. I'm not going to say I worked for him because he owns 1.5%, which is a fucking joke. But I worked with him. Not for him, with him. But wait. Since we're talking about Sandoval, let's go over to Kristen Doody, shall we? I don't know if you guys saw this on the Viall Files podcast, but Kristen Doody was called out for cheating on Tom Sandoval with Josh Peck's, remember Drake and Josh, friend on a recent episode of Nick Viall's podcast. Now, he was joined by his wife, Paige O'Brien, and he put his longtime friend on blast, claiming the Vanderpump Rules star was bouncing back and forth between Sandoval and his friend Gary before she and Sandoval debuted their romance on Bravo. I've known Kristen Doody since I was 20. According to Josh, he was first introduced to Kristen after his best friend's older brother met her on MySpace. We're at his bombed out apartment in North Hollywood, and this girl comes in, and like Kristen, I mean, she's still, but then like Smoke Show comes in, and we're like, Gary, who's this girl you met on the internet? This is not normal. It's 2007. And he's like, she's cool, and she's from Michigan. But although the Vanderpump Rules, the show was not in existence at the time, Kristen was employed at Sir Restaurant, where the show was originally based, and she quickly became a part of Josh's friend group. She really becomes embedded with us. Like, she just hung out, didn't have any, airs about her. And then she started dating Gary, and they broke up because she cheats on Gary with Sandoval. Then she cheats on Sandoval with Gary. And at that point, Paige interjected and said, and didn't like Gary and Sandoval figure it out and they became in contact? They were like, are we dating the same girl? They kept going back and forth. Paige then quickly added, I love you, Kristen, which prompted a reaction from Kristen when the clip was shared on Nick Viall's podcast. I love you too, Paige, is what she said with a crying emoji. But Gary isn't the only person Kristen cheated on Sandoval with. Years ago, it was obviously disclosed that she cheated with Jax Taylor and James Kennedy. And years later, Sandoval went on to an even bigger cheating scandal. But if you guys want to see the video of this, here it is. Hold on. Let me play it for you because we don't like to miss a good video. 1 second.
The criticism towards producers is always wildly overblown. You're all adults. And sure, producers might be suggestive. Maybe you could argue manipulative as well. But you're an adult. And everyone who goes on reality TV wants to be the center of attention.
The center of attention. Yeah, well, you got busted, girl. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Love you guys.